Alright, hi folks, this is Shane. I'm going to redo my walkthrough I did last week. I noticed that after we watched the video that there was lots of little details that I just left out, and I thought the best thing is just to redo it. So this is a walkthrough of our Coachmen Chaparral 392MBL, and MBL stands for mid-bunk rear living. This is a 41-foot RV. It has 4 slides and weighs 12,500 pounds dry, with a GVWR of 14,500 pounds. One of the things you'll notice that this is, although it's a 41-foot rig, it has a fairly lightweight tow rate of 12,000 pounds. And the reason that is because it uses, instead of plywood in the walls, it uses a composite material called Asdel. You can see here's the sticker for it here on. The Asdel is used as instead of plywood, and so the fiberglass is mounted to that. And what's the advantage of that? The advantage of that is the Asdel is actually stronger than wood, lighter than wood, and unlike plywood, that if it gets wet and moisture gets back behind it, it can delaminate and rot. Asdel will not rot. It's a composite material, and it's not wood. The cool thing about the Asdel also is that it has a higher R value rating, insulation rating, than plywood. And so this rig also has a 4-season insulation package. As you can see here, it's rated for both summer and winter conditions. It is actually tested according to the documentation I got with the RV. It's been tested down to 0 degrees F, and we've actually lived in this rig as low as 14 degrees below 0. And surprisingly, the heater does not run a whole lot. We would use just a little bit of electric heat, put on low in conjunction, and our furnace would run only a few times a day. One of the really cool features about this particular rig is the storage. It has an enormous amount of storage. Starting with the first small compartment here, you notice it has the magnetic holds to hold up your panels, as well as these slam latches, which if you just let it go, it will close the rig fairly securely. Really like the slam latches, and it has a magnetic hold here as well. And as you can see, it's a very spacious storage. I think it's a good several feet from this end to that end, and then of course it's passed through, so it's all the way to the door on the other side. There's probably a good 2.5 feet this way, as well as 4 or 5 feet this way, just from here in this compartment. The other cool thing about this is the tanks are heated, and they are heated by circulating some of the cabin air in around the tanks to keep them from freezing. And that's been very helpful. And this, when we had a travel trailer during the wintertime, the valves themselves, which hung below the RV, would freeze and make it difficult for us to open and close them for dumping the tanks. This, since it's all enclosed, the valves are kept above freezing. They're temperature regulated, and when it comes to dump the tanks, it's really easy because they're not frozen. So here, I'll show you here. You can see that there's an underbelly here that's very well insulated underneath. And the covering keeps the plumbing and all the hoses and wirings up underneath there from the environment and the elements. And the really cool feature inside here is, you can see here, this is another thermal barrier as well as aluminum, and it's welded on both sides. So this is an aluminum floor railing, and then with this extra thermal layer here, this extra thermal barrier really helps to keep that cabin warm in cold temperatures or cool in hot temperatures. Alright, so here we are on the other side of the RV now. This is the other pass door. One of the things I really like about the store is that it opens up this way. As you can see with the slide, some RVs would have you open it up this direction, which would make it very difficult to get that door up and out of your way. Since it opens up like this, the pass-through storage is very open to you and accessible this way. And here you have your water station for your water hookups and waste dumps, as well as some of the control systems to winterize it or flush the black tank, things like that. Outdoor shower. One of the features I really enjoy here is the auto leveling system. This uses a 6-point auto leveling from LCI. It's the electric auto leveling system, not the hydraulic. The auto leveling makes this really nice in that all I have to do is get it basically off the hitch, pull the truck forward, hit the auto level feature, and it just goes to town and levels the rig. Here's your hot water heater. I think it is a 10-gallon, and it's been working pretty well for us. This is your furnace exhaust. And of course over here is your electric connection. It's a 50 amp. And one of the cool features I like about this has an LED right here to let you know when it's getting power. So if you're trying to flip circuit breakers at your box over here, you don't have to wonder about, well, if I flipped it the right way and am I getting power? It'll actually tell you and give you an indication that the rig is getting power. One of the really handy features about this rig is it has an outdoor kitchen. You can see here I added a TV. I actually had been using it as sort of an office computer monitor, and I just mounted it out here on the TV mount. And we've been hanging utensils and stuff for grilling outside, and it comes with an outdoor grill and then a countertop that pulls out. This of course is the fridge for storing your perishables. The nice thing about this is a gas grill, and the gas grill hooks to a gas drop just right down here so that you can use the gas from the rig itself. You don't have to have a separate propane bottle. All right, here you are in the living quarters. This is actually the kitchen area. Since this is a rear living model, the living room is in the back, and the kitchen, and then your bunk room or mid-bunk room, bathroom, front bedroom. So here we have the hutch, which is basically the two cabinets for storage. Part of it is used up for the control system for the rig. Part of the hutch is used for the control and some of the switch panels inside. Here you have the one touch or LCI 1 control, and for the Chaparral, which is considered a mid-profile rig, the only real two features you have is you can control your auto leveling from inside, and you can look at the manual, and that's pretty much it. I know some of the higher end models you can do more than that. You can turn on and off lights and move slides in and out, but with the Chaparral you can just do those two features there. It has drawers. This drawer here is nicely divided for things like plates and bowls. And then below that is your switch panel for fuses and control of the rig itself. Which is a very nice setup for a hutch. I like the extra counter right here. Has the control system for the RV, for the air conditioner, and for the furnace. This can control up to 2 zones. The front bedroom and then the living area is the second zone. So it also has a max air fan, which is really handy for controlling the temperature inside. You can actually set this. It has a rain sensor, so if it starts to rain, it will just close itself up and shut off. And that just pops in right there. Has some other convenient things like outlets and a USB port, which makes it really handy for charging phones or any type of laptop, or maybe not a laptop, but a tablet device. Has a nice pantry. I like the glass. Has a light inside. We added a paper towel holder. Plenty of room for food. Lots of storage in there. Has a regular size microwave. It's not the convection microwave, but it is full size microwave. The stove is just a 3-burner type camper type stove. It is a little taller than some of the small travel trailer camper type ovens. The oven is. And of course, plenty of lighting throughout. Since this is a opposing slide, so there's a slide over here. This slide is 36 inches, and then there's another 24-inch slide over here for 2 feet. This really opens up the living space. As you can see, opposing slides really do open it up, and so you get an island. And this island does come with a residential style faucet, and there's an outlet on here, and there are also tops for the sink itself, so you can actually increase your counter working space by just putting a lid on here, and we just store them down below. Of course, it's got 4 drawers for your utensils and spoons. Trash is kept in here, and of course we also store the covers for the sink. One of the things that we really like about this rig is the lighting. It has plenty of lighting, as you can see. It's all LED lighting, so you want to go boondocking, this is very power efficient. Plenty of lighting, you can turn them on and off in different locations. I really like this lighting here over the counter, over the sink. I think that looks really nice. Air conditioning unit in the living area, along with the ceiling fan. And of course that's controlled by the thermostat on the wall. I really like the residential fridge that this rig came with, rather than a propane electric. This is an all-electric residential style apartment fridge, and as you can see, it's a very residential feel to it. The bottom 2 drawers are freezer. You can see inside there it holds quite a bit of food. I like the LED lighting. And since this is a residential fridge, it does not run on propane, so it needs to run on AC power all the time. And the way you get this to run on batteries is up front, and the front storage compartment is a 1000 watt pure sine wave inverter that converts battery power into 110, 120 volt, and then feeds this fridge. So this fridge will run whether you're plugged into shore power or not at all times. Alright, moving on to the living area. It comes with 2 Thomas Paine recliners, which work out just great for viewing the TV. And you can pull the cord and enjoy the footrest. So, there's also a couch. The couch does have some storage down below, and when it pulls out, it is, I think, a king-size bed. And if you look along the wall here, there's convenient things like USB ports and more outlets for charging phones or iPads or the entertainment center is really spacious, and from the wall space is large enough for a pretty large television. This is a 65-inch flat screen TV, and with sound bar. And I bought these after I bought the RV. I think the options that came with the rig was a 55-inch, and I opted to just do my own television, and I bought a 65-inch 4K. Also comes with a radio that has speakers that you can direct the speakers inside here, up in the bedroom, or even outside, and you can Bluetooth with your phone. And of course, a nice fireplace gives off a good ambiance as well as heat. And of course, a cubby hole for this right here is an actual PC, an Intel NUC, so an entire PC can actually fit inside here. And we use it to drive the TV for surfing online and looking at email. Dinette is in a typical fifth wheel fashion. It actually came with 4 chairs. We put 2 up in the loft for storage to give us a little bit more room in here when it's just us. And this also folds up with leaves, and it will slide out more, and that leaf there will fold up and actually gives you plenty of room for 4 people to sit here and have plenty of elbow space for eating a meal together, not be crowded. But then this 2-person position, and actually you can get quite a bit of room in here. And I also keep the subwoofer for the Bluetooth that's down there, and it just Bluetooths to it, so no wires. So just plug it into an outlet, which is actually in the slide, which is pretty cool. You'll notice that some of the entertainment center is pushed forward a little bit, and that's because the outdoor kitchen is back in here, so it takes up a little bit of the living space. What really sold me on this is that a lot of the rigs that had an outdoor kitchen back there, the mantle would come way out into the living space and kind of encroach on you inside of here. So what I really liked about the Chaparral was the mantle is pushed even behind the edge here of the slide itself, so it's not sticking out into the living space. That was a real selling point for me. Not to mention it has a very large wall for mounting a pretty large television. Since this is more than a camper for us, it's an actual residence. It actually gives you a very residential feel. course, it has cabinets for storing movies and whatever else you want to put in them. The chairs have a little bit of storage in them, and of course the table also has a little bit of storage in here. So it's nice that they find all kinds of different pockets, a way to store things, different places where you can find storage. Has a ceiling fan. The fan is controlled, the direction is controlled on the wall, and of course different speeds here. Cabinets above the couch open up this way. I like that the cabinets open up this way because a lot of campers, they open up and require struts and things to hold it up. But just opening out like this, it doesn't require anything special type of hardware, and it makes it very convenient to get in and out. Alright, if you follow me this way, we're going to go into the second bedroom of the house, which is called the bunk room, or mid-bunk. The MBL part of the Chaparral. So normally this would be another bedroom, and this would be like a bunk room, and when we bought the RV, it came with a couch that would fold out into a bed, and make nice living quarters for kids. But what I have done is I've turned it into an office by adding a workbench and do electrical engineering for a living, and this allows me to do various types of work. Makes a great little place where I can kind of have my mess all by itself, and it's not sitting out into the living room. It has its own room. And so it's fairly spacious. It also has a 3-foot slide, so this pushes out 3 feet, 36 inches. And on this side you have your cabinetry. It has a nice counter here. I have a PC in there, a laptop, and then a monitor mount, and a TV mount back here. And then some cabinetry up here. I really like the glass again on these. And haven't done a lot of organizing in this area just yet. Some cabinetry down here. Some drawers. And if this were a bedroom, it has a nice place for a coat hanger here for clothes, and I'm just using it to store more of the bits and parts that go along with what I do for a living. So it's not too organized yet, but it's getting there as we kind of slowly start to put this together for a functional office/lab. Alright, we're going to go this way, make a left turn, go up the hallway, some cabinetry here. Again, another little thing for coat hangers. If you see inside there, we've turned it into some other storage. You come up here, I really like this very spacious window. Lets in a lot of light. The really nice feature about this, having the big windows on this side of the RV, is it allows you to see your lot. And if you've been to a lot of RV parks, a lot of times the little yard that you get is usually on this side of the RV, and then on the back side would be your neighbor's, his lot. Comes with a little ladder here. So small ladder for little ones to climb up inside the loft. And if you come up here, you can see the loft. It's a very large bed. It goes all the way back to the wall back there, and then all the way to the window where you see. So this is probably larger than a queen. I would imagine it's probably close to a king size. And it has TV wall attachments and outlets and things if they want to put a small TV in there. So not a lot of headroom here, so it would be for small kids.
Or storage.
Or storage. That's right. Or storage. Come back this way is our bathroom. Really like this bathroom. It's very spacious. You can see how I'm going to stand in the shower. It's got a seat. The shower has a seat. And there's plenty of room for my head here. On some of the travel shows we had, the shower would be pretty down here, and you'd have to. Here I can actually just leave it right in its mount and stand under it, which is kind of nice. More like a residential shower. Has the glass doors. I really like the sliding glass doors. It gives that residential feel. Has a good porcelain foot flush toilet. This cabinetry here is very deep. It goes all the way back to here, so you can put quite a bit of linen in there. Really good lighting. This little extra light right here is for putting on makeup, get a little bit more view of your face and head. And these are LED, of course. Medicine cabinet. Nice sink. Some more cabinetry down here for storage of things. I really like the laminate on the floor. And one of the things I really like about this, it uses a pocket door right here. And some of the RVs use like a sliding door. Even the ones where the door slides halfway, it still kind of blocks the hallway. By using a pocket door, it's really not in the way at all. I can open it up and come in and out, and I don't have to worry about trying to fight my way through a door. Yeah. Alright, so next we're going to go into the bedroom. Really cool features here about this is they have put USB ports very conveniently located throughout the rig. And that makes it very handy for charging, of course, phones and iPads. And this is a very kind of cozy front bedroom. You notice the ceiling for a fifth wheel is a little bit lower. The total height is 12 foot 6 feet. Some of the rigs we were in were 13.6. I kind of like this. It gives a little bit more cozy feel, plus a little bit shorter rig for towing. And you can see the slope here. I think it's a little bit more aerodynamic for towing it down the road. I like the mirrors, and of course it comes with a washer and dryer hookup and setup. This is the combo washer dryer combo unit where it does both washing and drying together. Has a king size bed. I like the reading lights back there. I like this little blue glow that you get from the LED lights. You can turn that on and off. Has some cubby holes and cabinetry down here and a drawer here. Cup holders. There's actually outlets over there, so if you need to plug something in, a laptop, and sit up on the bed, you can. Has a really nice dresser with 4 drawers. These are very large drawers. And hold quite a bit of stuff in them. And there's a TV mount back here, and I just went to Walmart and picked out the largest TV that would fit in this space right here, and it just popped right in there, and it works great. The nice thing about this is I can actually just pop this out, and the mount outside on the rig, it actually will just slide right into that mount, and you can plug it in through the compartment hatch and use the TV outside if you like. Also has a second air conditioning unit. You notice you might have seen that earlier, there's an air conditioning up in the rear living area. There's also a second unit in the bedroom, and the thermostat on the wall in the hutch controls both units. So there's some more storage here. Yeah, nice storage. And that goes all the way to the back, so all the way to the back of the slide back there. And it makes a nice convenient way to store things. We added these little things here from IKEA to actually expand it, kind of give you a little bit even more storage space. And it just sort of slides in and out with the slide. A nice convenient way is the way it's when you close the bed, you can actually, it doesn't actually sit on top of these. It kind of makes it look like it just hides it pretty well. So, of course, there's more cubby holes back there for keeping of things. I think that's it. Alright, so I've got all the slides folded up. As you see, this one here is folded in, and I'll show you what you can access with the all the slides in. So you can come in here. You really can't get access to the kitchen or the fridge. You would have to literally pull this slide out a little bit and even pull that slide out in order to get to the fridge. And you can see what it looks like in there. I still have shore power plugged in, so I pulled in the slides with the shore power on. It makes it easy. You can light it up, everything. See the TV way over there. But you can get into the mid bunk room, a little bit of it, although it's very condensed as it's closed up. But if you're on the road, I mean, most of the time you just need to get access to the bathroom, which, of course, the hallway is completely clear, and you can access the bathroom, and you can access the bedroom, of course, with the bedroom slide closed. But if you just need to sleep at night and take a rest at your Walmart parking lot or a rest area, with all the slides closed in, it actually is convenient to pull over and sleep on the bed, use the bathroom without having to open any slides. Alright, well that's walkthrough tour of our Chaparral 392MBL fifth wheel, and I hope you enjoyed this tour, and we'll see you next time.